Welcome and welcome back. This is Rated Z TV. My name is Xeara, and today's episode we will be discussing priorities. Now, I wanted to speak on this topic because I already realized. Apologies for the motorcycles going around. The weather getting nice. Trying to cut up in these streets. But I've been reflecting heavy on my priorities as a being, in this lifetime, what really matters to me, what matters to my spirit. And for a while, I felt like money was really, it was high on my prioritization, on my prioritizing list. I had money really high, and it started to affect the decisions I was making, my actions, my thoughts, my belief systems. And money is essential for this material world, this material life that we're living. Don't get me wrong, money is important, but prioritizing money over family, money over love, money over peace of mind, that's where things start to get a little out of control. It starts to get unbalanced, and an unbalanced life is not a happy life. Okay, we want healthy, wealthy living. So prioritizing is key to get that, to achieve that balance within our individual lives. Now, hey, everybody is different. Maybe for the next person, money, they prioritize money very high, and it's just their main concern is the biggest thing in their lifetime is about getting to the bag. And that's cool and all for the next person. You'll find that you do get to the bag because money is in abundance. It's paper money. It can be printed. It's everywhere. There's a million one ways to get money, and then some. Choose one or a couple, multiple streams of income. But as you accumulate all this money, all these materials, you'll come to find that, you had to sacrifice a lot to get to this bag. Maybe you had to sacrifice some connection, some family, some love, a whole lot of time, a whole lot of energy. And as you have all these riches around you, you'll come to find that, you have to ask yourself, was it worth it? Was it worth it? They say it's lonely at the top. Why? It don't have to be. I don't feel like it has to be, It depends on which top you're trying to get to. Now, I know we see a lot of wealthy people, they're not happy. They have all these riches, they don't have nothing else to do with this money but, to spend it on drugs or body altercations. I'm not body altercation, body modifications, boom, etc. Just things to try to buy them happiness, but you can't buy happiness and you can't buy love. So that's why I personally feel like money shouldn't be at the top of our priorities. It should be maybe in the top 3, top 5, but love, for me personally, love should be prioritized as number 1, because we're all love. We are all love. We need love. It's essential, that self-love, because once you got that self-love, then you can receive all the other types of love. But if you don't have that self-love, there's no amount of money that you can go and purchase that from. Nobody has that for you. You can't buy that from anybody. You can't buy love from someone. You feel me? There's so much love out here, but it is priceless. It's either you got it or you don't have it. You can always accumulate it. You are it. At the source of your being, you are it. But if you're unaware of that, or if you're struggling to overcome some traumas and some situations that you got going on within, you'll find that the love is it's misplaced, or it's lost, or it hasn't been tapped into. Matter of fact, because it's never lost, it just haven't really been tapped into. It might be crystallized and frozen somewhere. People be talking about they got a ice box where their heart used to be. It be like that sometimes, and you'll feel like there is no love, nobody loves me, but self-love. Nobody can love you until you love yourself. I feel like love is number 1. And there's different kinds of love, there's friendly love, family love, romantic love, self-care love, that self-love being at number one, like I said, because without self-love, you can't even accept, you can't even receive all those other types of love. So self-love is definitely number one. And with that self-love, you know, all the other loves come, you know, that friendly love, that gratitude love, just having gratitude for another being, for them just being their authentic self. Like, you be like, yo, I got love for you. Like, I don't know you, but you doing your thing, I got love for you. Yeah, that's essential. It's essential for our life. Essential for beings, all living beings, you know, that love for nature, love for animals, you know, love. Now, priorities. Now we got to talk about connection, family, friends. That's, for me, very essential, like essential when it comes to priorities. Because honestly, if you just had self-love and you had all the riches and you were the only person on earth, would you be happy? Now, me, I like a lot of alone time, you know, so I think I'd be okay for the first, you know, month or whatever, or maybe week. I don't know, I'm stretching it with a month, but I'd be okay for a little bit. But then after a while, you know, everybody gets lonely. Those connections, you know, family is what matters, friends, true friends, you know, and not all family are related, you know, by blood or by marriage. Like, I'm talking about your soul tribe too, you know, your soul family, your spirit family. Like, these connections are the connections you should cherish. They should be prioritized at the top. Have to, because when the riches is gone, or when all the material is gone, you have these people who genuinely care about your well-being. And if you don't prioritize that, if you don't find value in that, then hey, I don't know, but that is, when you're going through a rough patch in life and you have these people that you can turn to for love, support, guidance, protection, those people who can lift you back up, spark your flame again, like, that is so essential. And these connections need to be nurtured, need to be valued, need to be poured into. The same way they lift you up, you need to lift them up too. You need to be there. You gotta be there. We gotta be there for each other. Essential. Priorities. Now, let's see. We touched on love. We talked on connections. We talked on money. Peace of mind. Because, like I said, you know, it's about that balance. Too much of anything is not good. Too much of pouring yourself out is not balanced. You could you'll deplete yourself, deplete all your energy, your resources, and you know, you won't have anything to give to yourself or to the next person, you know. Vice versa, if you keep going to other people and, you know, you keep taking from the next person, that's not balance either. You know, all healthy relationships is a balance of give and take. Now, that balance, that peace of mind, too much of anything, man. Food, too much of one activity, you working out the same muscle too much of anything. But that peace of mind, because even the things that can bring peace to you, too much of it can harm you. Like, say you need a lot of alone time, but in receiving that alone time, you're sacrificing, you know, you have to make those sacrifices to take that time for yourself, you know, whether it means cutting off time from your family, you know, cutting off time from your friends, cutting off time from your career or whatever, you know, to take that time for yourself. Now, if you need 20 hours out of a 24-day for yourself, that is a lot of time, you know. It's a lot of time just spent solely around your being, when you could be sharing it with other people who value you and who are of value. And, you know, you could be missing out on opportunities. You could be missing out on soul nutrition from these other beings because you spent so much time with yourself, thinking like, oh, you know, maybe I needed, you know, this time for myself. But you didn't need all that time. And sometimes you do, don't get me wrong. When, you know, you get into your little hermit mode, you need those times for yourself. But I'm talking about all day, every day, 365 a year. You need 20 hours out of the day for yourself. You gotta understand, actions like that, you have to see where you sacrifice to make that a priority. Make yourself a priority, those 20 hours a day. What did you sacrifice in order to do that? Your career, maybe your career is so time consuming, energy consuming, you know. What are you sacrificing in order to fulfill these needs within your career? What are you sacrificing? And you got to ask yourself, is it worth it in the end? Is it worth it? Sometimes it may be worth it. Maybe you got to make these sacrifices for a temporary amount of time, like just momentarily, a couple of months. Hey, I understand that, you know. Sometimes we just got to keep our head down and grind it out. I totally get that. But while we're making these decisions, while we are dedicating ourselves to these tasks, ask yourself, the things that I am going to sacrifice in order to make this possible, will it be worth it? Will it be worth it? Be honest to yourself, with yourself, about your priorities. What is important to you in life? Because you can be chasing one thing, thinking it's a priority, you know, thinking that this is what you truly want out of life, and you could achieve all those goals, you know. It's all possible. But when you get to the destination, when you get to the end goal, and you look back at all the things that you had to sacrifice, all those things that you had to do in order to get here, was it worth it? Do you even want to be in this space? You know, you thought you wanted to be here because, you know, we all think we want to be somewhere, but deep down in our spirit, your soul might be saying another thing. Your soul might want you to be somewhere else. So be honest with yourselves and just reflect on your priorities real quick. Take a moment, ask yourself what's really important. What's really important to you out of life? And then reflect on your routine, your habits, your patterns, and ask yourself, are they aligned with your priorities? The things that you find important in life, your habits, your patterns, your traits, your daily routine, are they aligned with your priorities? And I'm gonna cut this video short. Actually, we're doing pretty good, like around 14 minutes. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has brought some value to you, and thumbs this video up if you liked it, thumbs it down if you didn't like it, and drop some comments and let me know, why you didn't like it or why you liked it. I appreciate all feedback. And yeah, thank you for watching. You're the real MVP.